Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Week 11 NFL predictions. Last week, coming off of a week where I thought I was gonna bounce back, well, I ended up going 8-6, bringing my season total to 93, 55, and 1. This season has been the literal definition, in my opinion, of any given Sunday so far. It's been so crazy. Anyway, couple of plugs as always before we hop into it. Don't forget to check out G Fuel, don't forget to check out Waggle, and don't forget to use code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks, where you can guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But as always, please remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. So, starting off with Thursday Night Football, we have the Jets at the Patriots. Never have I seen a team have a better shot to just literally run away with the division than the Patriots do right now. I'm not saying this because they're a bad team. I'm saying this because this is facts. They have a ridiculously easy schedule. With that being said, they can beat good teams. They've beaten Tampa Bay. They've beaten Buffalo. But holy buckets, man, they might walk literally right into the playoffs from here on out. Jets, also, you've had a good run lately. You've won your last 2 games. But you've also beaten the Bengals and the Browns. This game is going to play out a lot different. I think this is going to be a stone-cold ass kicking from New England. They win the game 28-13. I look for Henderson to continue to get involved, and I look for Drake May to continue to add to his MVP resume. Now moving on to Sunday morning in Spain, we have the Commanders at the Dolphins. What do the people in Spain do to deserve this? They're good people. They work hard. They deserve better than this. I guess I'm going to take Miami to win this. I'll go 24-20. Dolphins are another team that's been turning around and playing better. They're coming off of a monumental win over Buffalo. And now they're playing the Commanders, who have lost their last 5 games straight, and they cannot get healthy to save their life. I don't expect a perfect day out of Miami. I also expect this game to be competitive, but I think Miami will pull ahead and remain ahead nearly the entire time. That'll take us to Sunday afternoon, where we have Carolina at Atlanta. I mean, this is quite an important game for the NFC South, I won't lie. However, I don't really give 2 flying fucks about this. These are 2 teams that don't know what they are. They're either good, they're either bad. There's no in between. So the equations that we are met with right now are either bad team playing good team, bad team playing bad team, or good team playing good team. With this being at home in Atlanta, and with how Atlanta usually plays in Atlanta, I am gonna pick them. Not by a lot. I think this game's kind of gonna be a shit show, but I'm gonna say 21-20 in what will be remembered in a Bijan Robinson game from hell. Panthers' run defense is not only suspect at times, but Bijan Robinson has been silent for 3 weeks now. Sorry, let me rephrase that. 4 weeks. I've been predicting breakouts and bounce backs all year long. This is going to be this week's. Bijan Robinson is going to run for over 120 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and he is also going to catch 45. Take it to the bank. Falcons win. Now we got Tampa Bay at Buffalo. I'm not picking the Bills to win this. Are you shitting me? Speaking of a two-faced team, this team might be a bigger two-face than the Falcons or the Panthers. Also, what mortifies me is Tampa Bay's run defense. Yeah, they might have finally just gotten beat up by Travion Henderson, but they have been a wall this year. I think Bucky Irving, still expected to be out, is going to help Buffalo in that aspect of things. But I think Egbuka and Tez Johnson and Cade Otton, they're just going to drop their pants and take a big shit on our secondary. Every year, man, I pray for just one season, that the Bills can just have a good year all the way through. And it never happens. Every year we're in this exact spot. At some point, whether it's early, whether it's in the middle, whether it's late. As much as I want the Bills to get right, as much as I would love to be wrong here, I'm taking the Buccaneers to get past the Bills 28-24. I just do not have faith in our defense. And also, Joe Brady, quit letting your kids call your plays here, okay? We actually need to win. Prove me wrong, Buffalo. Now we got Houston at Tennessee. The amount of games I don't want to watch this week. Houston, 21-0. Defense has been way too good. The Tennessee Titans have been way too bad. You could actually buy a ticket to this game for $15 right now, and that's not the lowest of the week. But the Titans themselves don't even think they have a chance to win this. They just want to get people in the door. I'm looking for Cam Ward to have a generational stinker this game. I bet you he throws 3 interceptions. CJ, I heard, is expected to play, but even without him, Houston will not have a problem. Now moving on, we have the second place Chicago Bears facing the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Minnesota's favored to win this game. That stuns me right now because, I mean, honestly, they've been about as two-faced as every other team I've mentioned this video. You got games like Detroit where they'll go out there and convince you that they can win the Super Bowl, and then they have games like the Ravens or games like the Falcons that make you look at them and go, I could put a team together with my childhood friends and beat their asses. However, at the same time, this is still an extremely difficult pick because even as good as the Bears have been doing, brother, they have not beaten a good team yet. They have beaten Dallas, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Commanders, they beat the Saints, they've beat the Bengals, they've beaten the Giants, and they've lost to the Vikings, the Lions, and the Ravens. You guys seeing a trend right there? Like, as resilient as they have been, I don't think I can go with them here. I think I have to go with the Vikings as much as I hate doing it, and I think they're going to win by a field goal, 24-21 in a nail-biter. I look for Justin Jefferson to set himself right this game, too. I think he's going to have over 100 yards, at least 8 receptions, and a touchdown. That'll bring us to Green Bay at the Giants, who are expected to start Jameis Winston. I'm going to take Green Bay 27-20 here. The Giants are going to score points. Jameis is going to light it up, man. He's going to air it out, but he's also going to turn over the ball a lot. Also, Green Bay has just not been that good of a team, like, at all. Matt LaFleur's play calling has been brutal. Jordan Love has been brutal. But lucky for them, they're playing one of the worst teams in the league who has an injured quarterback right now and just fired their head coach. Like, on paper, this should be a pretty easy win for the Packers, which means typically, as far as this season's gone, it'll be the exact opposite. Now we have Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. So Joe Burrow is back to practice. That's the good news. The bad news, not expected to come back till Thanksgiving. You know, I want to pick the Bengals here. I really do, just because of how bad the Steelers have looked. But I cannot pick a team that cannot make a defensive stop. Like, it's impossible to pick the Bengals right now. This is going to be a game of the year contender, and it's not necessarily because these are two great teams. It's far from that. But I think this game is just going to be a high-scoring shit show shootout from quarter 1 to quarter 4, with the Steelers walking out ahead 31-28. This will be another game that the Bengals have the lead with like 2 minutes left and they end up losing the game. Take that to the bank as well. That'll bring us to the Chargers at the Jags. Yeah, sick game. This is a game that I look at just like I looked at last Sunday, where it's like not necessarily a bad game, but I think it's going to be a horrible one. Look, I've been a Trevor Lawrence supporter for many, many years now, but I am starting to really fall under the assumption that he is the problem in Jacksonville with that offense right now. Obviously, they're hurt. I get it, but he fucking sucks. He's not any better when they're healthy. I'm not expecting much of a ground and pound game from the Chargers. The Jags actually have a very good run defense so far this year, but I am expecting Justin Herbert to annihilate them through the pass. I'll take the Chargers to win this one 20-17, and the AFC West will only continue to get more interesting. Now we're on to the game of the week, what probably will be the game of the year. We have the Seahawks at the Rams, 7-2 versus 7-2. I believe that this game will have 10 touchdowns in it. This is going to be bananas. You got two of the best offenses in the league against two defenses that are almost statistically identical. This is one of those games where I think it will come down to who the better coach is, and no question, we all know who I think that one is here, and that is Sean McVay. I got lots of love for Seattle this year. I've admitted I was wrong. I think you guys are a tremendous team, but you are going to be playing against one of the deadliest head coaches in the NFL right now, and probably NFL history. Sean McVay, in my opinion, is one of the best coaches I have ever seen. I expect him to be insanely aggressive. They understand that if this ball goes in the hands of Sam Darnold, there will be points dropped on them. I see Puka having a big game. I see JSN having a big game. I see Kyron having a big game. I see whatever running back that's not Kenneth Walker on Seattle having a big game, because apparently they fucking hate him over there. This will go down in history as an all-timer as the Rams escape 33-30. Now we have San Francisco at Arizona. I'm not going to pick Arizona under the account that they're the fucking Arizona Cardinals. Do you understand? Like, I don't think I need to go into an explanation on that. Been one of the worst teams in the NFL for many years now, and they're not changing. They have been stuck in the same limbo. I think CMC is going to have a big game here on the ground, through the air, and no matter who starts at quarterback for San Francisco, they will win this game with ease, 24-14.
Hey, WyattzWorld junkies, it's the Fossil back with another pick. Last week, I picked Houston to beat Jacksonville. Didn't look like it was going to happen. They were down by 19 points, getting late in the game. Mills threw a couple of touchdown passes. There was a defensive touchdown, and I think he ran one in. Anyway, Jacksonville managed to choke the game away and made a winner out of me, and I am now 9-1, incredible as it may seem. The games to pick this week really sucks because the only two games that I haven't had teams that I previously picked would be Green Bay at the Giants. I would have took that game if Dart was healthy, and I would have picked the Giants. But I'm going to have to take the other game. San Francisco goes into Arizona to play Arizona. These teams statistically are almost identical. In total yards given up they are, but one's a little stronger on defense than the other on the run, but it's just very, very, very slight. So defense, we'll call it a wash. On offense, San Francisco has an advantage on them. Arizona has that intangible that they'll manage to choke away just about any game that they play. So it's tough to pick, so I'm taking the Magic Cameo. This is the Fossils Cameo coin. Okay, and we're going to flip it right now. Heads, San Francisco wins. Tails, Arizona loses. It is heads. San Francisco wins this game. I'll take them 24-17 on the Magic coin. We'll see you WyattzWorld Junkies next week.
Now we have Baltimore at Cleveland. What is it with this week, man? I don't know if it's just me. These games suck. I'll take Baltimore 28-13. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens have Lamar Jackson back. They're back to being an elite team again. This would have been a thinker had he not been playing, but like, we've seen him over the last couple weeks. They're back to winning games. The Browns continue to suck. Therefore, I have absolutely no reason to pick them, especially coming off of a loss to the Jets. By the way, you can actually get a ticket to this game for $10 right now. That's the lowest of the week and the lowest I've seen so far this year. Now moving on to finally a good game here. Again, we have the Chiefs at the Broncos. I'll take Kansas City to win this one 28-21. Denver's playing at home. They'll play them tough, but I think their offense has just been way too inconsistent, way too spotty, way too shitty, to be real, to beat the Chiefs, to beat Patrick Mahomes, to beat Andy Reid. Oh, also, I'm leaving out kind of an important statistic here. Patrick Mahomes is 13-1 against the Broncos. Like, the only way I really see Denver standing a chance is if their run game pops off. But if it isn't good and they have to rely on Bo Nix to make every play, you're fucked because he can't do it. And now moving on to an interesting Sunday night game, we have the Lions at the Eagles. This is tough to pick because the Eagles have proven to be an irresistible force, really. I mean, they've beaten the Chiefs, they've beaten the Rams, they've beaten the Bucks, they've beaten the Vikings, they've beaten the Packers. But I just don't feel like their offense has been as explosive this year. I don't feel like their offense has been as good as their record shows this year. And that's the difference maker there, man. I really think Detroit is going to get the upper hand because I just feel like they've been more consistent, they've been more explosive. And on top of that, Philadelphia's defense this year, in terms of yards allowed per game, they're ranking bottom half, while Detroit is actually shockingly in the top 10. I mean, top 7 to be exact. Detroit right now, in my opinion, is more of a complete team. Therefore, I think they are going to win, but I don't think this game will be as wild of a score as some people are hoping for. I think it'll be a tug-of-war match with Detroit ultimately getting the upper hand and winning 24-20. And now we got Monday Night Football, where we have the Cowboys at the Raiders. Cool, awesome, great, grand, fucking wonderful, amazing. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to make a skit on it. This is going to be the most fun I've ever had in my life. I can't believe the NFL would privilege us enough to set this game up for a Monday Night Football game. We got Geno Smith versus Dak Prescott. We got dog shit versus ass! Not a shot at Dak, but a shot on both of these teams. I don't want to watch this shit. I'll take Dallas to win in another chaotic shitstorm of a game involving the Raiders, much like I predicted last week with the Jag. Give me Dallas by 4, 28-24. Also, these are $300 tickets, the highest of the week. Why? I don't know. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Week 11 NFL predictions. I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy the content, and if you do and you want to show support, please do it, because you know I appreciate all help. However, in the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And as always, I will see you in the next upload.